What is up, everybody? It's your girl Stephanie, and thanks for joining me again. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Steph, and on this channel we talk about everything fragrance. Before we get started, okay, I am on the road to 5K on my Instagram, so please take a moment to go follow me over there if possible after this video. Love making reels over there and content, so if you enjoy content like TikTok and Reels, please go ahead and follow me on those platforms. And in today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about fragrances that are going to take you from day to night in the springtime. So if you guys want to know my choices and my picks for day to night fragrances for spring, then just keep on watching. For me, a daytime fragrance is more fun and light and airy. These fragrances that I chose, I feel are very versatile for work, they're versatile for brunch, they're versatile for day dates and everything like that. So I have 7 for daytime and 7 for nighttime. The first one that I have, I feel like is kind of, or has become kind of a cult favorite here on YouTube, and this one is My Way from Giorgio Armani. And this is just a juicy, it doesn't mention that there's a note of black currant, but I definitely pick up on black currant in here. Beautiful, fruity, floral fragrance. Perfect for the springtime, perfect for daytime. Honestly, this could even be used at nighttime. It's just a perfect signature scent, to be honest with you guys. I would choose this more for daytime in the spring. And the one that I would pair with this one for nighttime would be Ralph Lauren Woman Intense. They are very similar, but this just has a little bit more of like a spiciness, a little bit more depth. I feel like it's not as playful. There's some fruits in here, but it's not as playful as My Way is. This is like a little bit darker, deeper version of this. So I definitely would pair these two, this one for the daytime and this one for the nighttime. Feel like they'd be a perfect transition. Okay, the second pairing that I have is for my gourmand queens. I feel like in the springtime, it's still not quite as hot and cloying. Springtime weather varies. There sometimes is rain. It's sometimes a little bit chillier and such. And so I think for all you gourmand queens, this is going to be perfect. And this is Madeleine from Masque Milano. Now, this doesn't have the best performance. Longevity, it does stick around, but it sits very, very close. You do get a little bit of a bubble when you move around. If you spray it in your hair, you are gonna catch whiffs of it, but it's a very subtle fragrance. Okay, so I feel like for a day date, this is like really nice. I feel like it's a little bit inviting and a little like, oh, I smell delicious, And I would pair Madeleine from Masque Milano, I would pair it with Intense Cafe. So they are very different, but they're both beautiful gourmands. So this one has some tuberose in it, but it's not very prominent. I feel like there's a little bit of more of a lactonic feeling. And then with Intense Cafe, there's that like lactonic coffee quality. And with those candied roses that are in here, I feel like they would just go perfectly. And you could get away with this in the evening if you guys are gonna go have fun on a night out somewhere, to a bar, something like that. I feel like this would do really, really well to transition from like a day date to a nighttime date. Another fragrance that I think is beautiful for daytime is this one, and it's Peony and Blush Suede from Malone. Now, I don't talk about this one that much because it's not honestly one of my favorites. When I first got it, I thought it was so lovely, but this has a really beautiful apple note. Oh my gosh. The apple in here is like a very beautiful red apple. And then you get that peony. And then it quickly dries down into like a peony, literally peony and blush suede. So you do pick up on that suede, but I feel like it adds just a different type of touch to a fresh fragrance. It adds a little bit of a dimension to such a light composition. And what I would pair this one with is actually from Kayali, and this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. You guys know I love rose, and this is just a very deep, beautiful rose. This has some saffron in it, which kind of gives it a little bit of like it gives it a little bit of a leathery feel. I feel like the suede in this, because this already lasts pretty well, I feel like the dry down of the deep dry down of this with the suede would kind of add a little bit something interesting, and I feel like these would be just a perfect day to nighttime pairing. Actually, why don't we test out that theory? Oh, that is gorgeous. Yeah, some of that sandalwood that's in here, I feel like it's popping out a little bit more along with the suede. Oh, this is a good combo. I feel like this would be a good day to night combination. Moving on, here we go. This is another one of my favorites too for springtime, and this is Jasmins Marzipane. Ooh. Okay, so this one is a very jasmine heavy fragrance, very white floral, but this is a little bit more light, translucent. Yes. And there's like a slight nuttiness to this fragrance. And it's very warm. It's really feminine, very nice, white floral fragrance, very fresh. Okay, and I feel like this one would pair really nicely with Dolce & Gabbana is the only one intense. This is also a white floral, but it brings a little bit of that creaminess. It has a little bit more sweetness. I feel like this one would pair really, really nicely with it, and it'll take it just to a little bit more of a sensual, seductive level. This actually has a lot of notes that I'm really not a big fan of, but for some reason, all those notes that I don't like, they all work in this fragrance. These two would be a great pairing. Jasmine's Marzipane for the day and Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One Intense for the evening. The next pairing that I have, oh my gosh, I'm really excited because I feel like they are just the perfect pairing, honestly. But this is Florabotanica from Balenciaga. This is like a very green rose fragrance with some mint, cannabis. I feel like, oh, there's also carnation in here, and I think vetiver. So this is just fresh, like a fresh rose with some spiciness to it. It's a little bit like, it's just watery and translucent. And I feel like the perfect pairing for evening would be Libre from YSL. And it's because they're both kind of a translucent, fresh fragrance. This one just adds a little bit more sweetness. There's a little bit of orange blossom in this, along with some lavender, vanilla, jasmine. I think there's jasmine in here. Yeah, and it just, I feel like these would just go so well together. Florabotanica for the daytime and Libre for the evening. It's gonna be for those days where, you know, it's a little too warm to wear maybe like a gourmand, you know, like the gourmands that I showed. So you may just want to wear something that's a little bit more on the fresh side. These would be perfect. The next pairing that I have is a Chanel, okay? And so this one I would use for the daytime. And this is Chanel Gabrielle Essence. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is another creamy white floral, but there's a couple of fruity nuances in this. I believe that there is some nectarine or peach in here. And then it's it's just a beautiful, non-offensive, great everyday fragrance, okay? And it won't be offensive. People will be like, oh wow, she smells really lovely. And I would pair this one with Dejavu White Flower 57 from Kayali. This is still along the same, like, I feel like these would be the perfect, like, if you're, you know, you're working, you're with your coworkers and you guys made some plans to go out later in the evening, I would top up with this because it's still a little bit sophisticated, a little bit professional, but there's a hint of like playfulness because of the vanilla that's in here, the sweetness that is in here, and it's just not, it wouldn't be too serious, but it's just like a good in between. Dejavu for the evening, and Gabrielle Essence from Chanel for the daytime. And last but not least, my last pairing, Burberry Her EDT. This is just a great freshie, you guys. This is fruity, playful, very girly, very fresh, but there's like this really addictive sweetness to it. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, oh my gosh, I love me a fruity fragrance, you guys. Fruity fragrances and me, we are just, we're one. Okay, we're one. So this would be my daytime this would be my daytime. And this one, they're kind of polar opposites, but I feel like they would work. This one is Petra from Masque Milano. Clean. And I feel like this one would go well with it because it has these fruity touches. It's fruity, but there is some incense that runs through this, some myrrh. It's a little bit deeper, richer, darker. And if you guys have ever smelled Chanel Coco Mademoiselle Intense, this is very similar to it, but there's a little bit more of a resinous depth to it. So this one is more airy, playful, fun, and this is a little bit more serious and sophisticated. So I think these two would pair very well, and I don't think they would clash at all. And that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, but let me know if you would like to see a style like this, a video like day to night for like every season. I'd be honestly super willing to do that for you guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and activate that bell so you're notified every single time that I post. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Stay smelling good, stay great, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!